In this episode, I'm going to talk about recently what happened, but there's some benefits too that has come out of it as well. And I'm going to talk about some of the goals that I want to reach and what I'm going to do next and what I'm going to attempt to do as well. So please stay tuned and enjoy the episode. So recently I've been in a motorcycle crash. I took a pretty hard fall. I messed up my pelvic. Not really messed it up, I just cracked it. I broke three ribs. And I dislocated my shoulder. Which isn't unusual for me, for my shoulder to be dislocated, but having my ribs fractured, that has been pretty painful recently. Sleeping wise though, it's been pretty crazy, because on my left side I got the crack in my pelvis, and then on my right side I got the three cracked ribs, or fractured ribs. So anytime I try to sleep, I wake up, or if I do get a chance to fall asleep, because a lot of times I'm just closing my eyes, waiting for the pain to subside. I can't really get out of bed. A lot of times I try to roll and it won't work, so I basically have to force myself up. It's extremely painful, but it's whatever. Today I went in for a x-ray to take a look at my chest and my ribs and see how well that's doing. And it's doing pretty well. It's doing actually really well, I would say, from when I first looked at it about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. It was actually, I'd say about 10 to 11 days ago, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'd say about 2 weeks ago in total, because I was still kind of not there when I first got into the hospital after my crash. I looked at my x-rays and I saw my lungs, and they weren't that great. And I got to see them again today, and I got to compare them as well. And it showed major improvement. My lungs have gotten a lot better compared to how they were before and how they are now. Probably because I quit vaping, I quit smoking, I quit doing tobacco, which is good in the long run, because I got to see how far my lungs, I got to see what my lungs would be like if I kept going the route that I was going, if I kept using vaping, or if I kept vaping. So being able to quit cold turkey like I did probably did a lot of good, and it did. And so I'm trying to keep up with that. I don't have any urge to use tobacco products don't have any urge to vape. Anywho, back to my goals and some of my ambitions. My number one goal is to save money and save. The reason for saving money, because you never know when you're going to need it. You never know what is going to happen in your life, and having an extra savings account and having extra money when you need it is really helpful when you know or you expect something's going to happen to yourself. And just saving money will always benefit, because you never know who's not gonna have your back. You never know who's gonna be there for you, even though they say they will be there for you. You never know. You just never know. And money is everything to everybody. And when you have money, everyone's going to be there for you no matter what. So, I always have money, always save. That should be everyone's goal, and not just mine. So, my next goal is to move out on my own, but that also interferes with my next goal as well, because I do want to move to a different state. Not sure yet where I want to go, but I want to go to a different area and explore and go on adventures. I've seen what a motorcycle can do. I've seen how fun it can be. I've seen pretty much everything that any man can dream of on two wheels. It can happen. My advice is, if you ever get one, and anybody that has never ridden one should get one, always wear armor. Always wear a full face helmet. Fuck those half face helmets. I mean, you may think it's cool showing off your face, but in the end, a full face helmet is going to have better protection. It's going to save your life. It's going to protect your brain. It's going to protect your skin. 3 years ago, I had a crash. I was wearing a half face helmet, and you can tell how bad the crash was when you looked at the helmet, because the helmet was so destroyed. And getting sent back 2 pieces of it instead of one half-face helmet, it was pretty intense. And then having half your face completely ripped off, and having to go with skin reconstruction, or having reconstruction surgery on your face, is also pretty intense. So my advice for anybody that's never ridden before: armor, full face helmet. So my ambitions is, since before I wasn't as good of a communicator, I wasn't good at taking in knowledge and taking in people's advice as much. Right now it's kind of hard to speak. My chest hurts. Not my chest. I would say it's more of my ribs. I would say my ribs. It's hard taking in so much air because it's just aches and pain. But I want to keep up with this podcast, and so here I am. Anywho, my ambition is to keep taking in people's advice, keep trying new goals, just taking on new perspectives in life, and just anytime that I can succeed in life, I'm gonna attempt on doing it. This second chance that I was given has enlightened me pretty damn well, and anybody that can follow my advice, or anybody that's listening, just try and jot down notes and see how greatly I can improve on each episode, because I feel like after 40 some episodes I've gotten a little bit better. I feel like my communication skills have gotten better, and I feel like I can talk more directly to people than I can or ever before. Shoot. How I talked to people before, how I communicated to people before, I wasn't so direct, I wasn't so able to do it. But speaking through this microphone has really enabled me to get better at doing it. So my advice, if you're not a very good speaker, is to try podcasting or broadcasting. Or if you like video games and you like talking to people, you don't even have to talk to people. You can set up a Twitch account, record your live streams, and just broadcast online and talk about what game you're playing. Talk about what you're doing. Or if you're a YouTuber or whatever, just that's what you can do. And for real, that can help if you're not good at speaking. Well, this is the end of this episode. Have a great night.